Hello, beautiful people in the world. I'm your host, Essence.
And I'm your host, Alondra, and you're now listening to Pretty Perspectives. Hello, guys. Before we get started with today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. That way you get notified every time we
That we
upload.
post.
There you
Yeah.
go. I was like, oh.
Well, look at us.
Ah.
Not learning from our actions with these mics. But you know what? Look at us. Not learning from our actions. um, Last episode was the New Year's episode. And I think we told you guys a couple videos ago we were posting back to back episodes. And not once did we think to charge our microphones.
I'm not sure what we were thinking, but here we are now. We're trying to make it work. So, yeah, this is not what we planned, but we're gonna make it work, and hopefully, we give you guys a good updated
Episode.
yeah.
So, talking about the New Year's episode, I want to give you guys my honest truth. I want to call myself out. I'm doing it right now in front of everyone, all of our subscribers and you, Alondra. I drank way too much champagne. I had a headache from hell that night. Not the next morning, but that night after we were done recording.
I remember you texted me. You were like, "No, what was it? Was this the next day?" She texted me. And she was like, "I had the worst headache," and I was like, "What happened? It just hit you like a truck."
It really did. And honestly, I am not much of a drinker. I don't drink every weekend or go out and drink. It's not something that I would typically do. It's not my poison that I choose, right? Let's just put it that way. And I had no idea that champagne gives you headaches. So I learned that very, very fast. I'm going to stick to my occasional martinis and espresso martini and just stay in my lane. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
I think that it was a learning experience. So now we know, but we had fun. I think we had lots of fun. I'm just going to get a little closer that way we're. But yeah. Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's to you too. Happy New Year's, beautiful people in the world. Do you guys like our new setup? Welcome to the treatment room. You want to tell them a little something about the treatment room, Alondra?
Sure. So back here, it's usually where we have all of our products set up when we're getting ready for a treatment. This is where we usually have our trays, our clients come in here. I'm sorry, you guys are seeing part of the treatment room, but there's a lot more going on. This is just for filming purposes. We kind of made a little mess, but that's okay. We're just trying to make it work. Hopefully we get to give you guys a little bit of a run through of how everything looks. Maybe we can do like I don't know, a point of view on our phones or something like that. That way you guys get to see what it actually looks like in here. Because I know we've been talking about it for a long time already.
We actually we have a I want to make sure the mics aren't muffling. So we have a treatment room segment in one of our, I think it was a facial massage video, and we give the like behind the scenes on where we perform our facials. So you can look at the entire facial, treatment room in that video if you have some time. And what we do have featured here in our, you know, setup is our favorite products. We do have behind the scene clips. So if you want to see the behind the scene clips on how we got this beautiful setup, go ahead and look at the Pretty Perspective Instagram page. We should have that up for you guys. So I want to give you guys a little update on the Barbados Cherry Enzyme Cleansing Powder. But before I get into it, I really want to shout out my little baby niece. I know she's watching, so this is for you if you're watching. I love you so much. Thank you for watching our podcast episode. Don't forget to do your homework. and listen to your mom and clean your room. Thank you so much, baby girl. I had so much fun with you spending it, with Christmas and New Year's. Us on the ice. She did so well on the ice. I took her ice skating and she did so well. Yeah, it was a great. We were out on the ice skating for hours.
How long?
I would probably say maybe 2.5 hours. That's a long time, but she had an amazing time. We had hot chocolate afterwards. She was complaining about how her hands were freezing, but she did a really nice job. She really did.
Well, I'm glad you guys got a little bit. Ooh, I'm I'm telling you, we do not learn our lesson. Okay, it's okay. We're trying to make it work. But hello, hi. What's her name?
Oh, Isaiah.
Isaiah. Hi, Isaiah. Thank you for watching. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you had a good time with your family.
Yeah, I did.
Cause yeah, the holidays can be a little too much. It oh,
It's on, right?
we're traumatized.
Okay.
We
I can't see her light.
are. But yeah. How was your New Year's? How was your Christmas other than going ice skating? How was that?
Yeah. It was awesome. I really did enjoy myself. So when I got into town, I had breakfast at the Waffle House with my grandparents. And you guys, if you're in the East Coast viewing this, I don't know where you guys are, probably here in Modesto. But Waffle House is this Eastern Southern thing, and it's like a IHOP, so it's a breakfast place. It's so good. So that was the first thing that I did, and what else did I did for Christmas? Um, I did that tradition that I told you about my grandma's. I went over her house on Christmas Eve and then around 12. Well, this year was earlier than that. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit earlier because other people had, other family members to see. So we did that and I opened presents. And what else? Oh, we went to a resort right after the Christmas time and we stayed at the Powhatan Resort. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. I played chess, putt putt, volleyball.
Oh, okay.
I slept.
Oh, yeah.
I slept so peacefully. Honestly, one of the things that stuck out to me was that my skin was peeling so bad. It was peeling terribly. The weather, it was too cold. It was way too dry outside. And this side of my face, like this area and around my eyes, was so dry.
Well, at least you got a good peeling, right? I lost my train of thought. What's it called?
How about your Christmas? How was it?
My Christmas was good. I actually did because you mentioned you guys celebrated the Christmas Eve, right? Like the 24th. Because I know a lot of people do the day of Christmas. I'm Mexican myself, so we start Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And usually Christmas Day we don't do much. But that night, it was really chill. I think I worked that morning and then during the night, I had it free. Then the next day, I went and visited my mom, got to see my mom for a little bit. So that was nice. Had some drinks. Yeah.
Was it champagne?
No champagne. No champagne this time. But tequila.
Okay.
Yeah. But my New Year's I worked. So I think it was definitely a different experience this past year or this New Year. Yeah. Being home. Yeah, being home.
Yeah.
But
have you been what about your past holidays? Were you traveling around the holidays or were you spending more time at home? How did the New Year's look different for you in that way?
I think last year it was a little bit more different cuz I wasn't working as much. So yeah, it was definitely like a full 360.
Yeah.
Because
On
now I'm
how the
like,
year changed.
yeah, so I'm like, you know what? But I'm okay with that. I'm okay that I started the year working so that I could just
Set the tone.
exactly for the rest of the year, you know, get that money, get that bag. So yeah, I think other than that, that was pretty much it. I'm just glad because I also, like I mentioned before, I work inside of a grocery store, so that environment can be a little hectic sometimes. Um, I'm just glad the holidays are over, honestly. Yeah. We're moving on to more exciting things now. Yeah.
Definitely. I can agree with you there because my New Year's look different because usually I'm doing the same exact thing. I did that last year. I was working and around Christmas and also New Year's. And then the couple before I moved here to California a couple years ago, I was working in the medical field. So you work either your Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's. And I was working all of them. So I definitely understand what you're saying. And it was
Yeah.
quite different for me. My New Year's was, a little bit more relaxed kickback. It was very hard for me to get in that, you know, relaxing mode. I'm not even going to lie to you because my New Year's just looked completely different. But one thing that I did was eat, is it black eyed peas and greens? Have you heard of that tradition? My grandmother, I stayed with her a couple days, and she, on New Year's Day, she loves watching the ball drop. So I was, watching. Well, I didn't watch the ball drop with her, but I did eat the black eyed peas and greens. And black eyed peas is, well, I asked her what was this tradition that she did. Black eyed peas represent blessings, and greens represent money. So I like that. I mean, that was one thing that you know eased my anxiety with not being in a work system, that daily routine. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Actually, I did like the whole 12 grapes. It was kind of hard to do it right there and there. Yeah. And I was so concentrated on my family because exactly at midnight, my family, they're all hugging like Happy New Year. And then there was me. I'm like, hold on. I need to do this before it hits 12:01.
Yeah.
Well, you're like,
Yeah, choking them down.
and yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, after I finished that, I don't think I even hugged them right away. I had a luggage ready and I ran out my house down the street with my luggage because I'm like, I am going to travel. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going to travel this year. I am. So I'm like, let's see if this is actually true. I was putting all my faith in it. I'm like, let's see if actually some trips come out of it.
No, I have seen the grape tradition. You want to share with the people what the grape tradition is?
So I think this is what I know. For each grape, you have to like set, I wouldn't say a goal, more like
Intention.
yeah, more like an intention, like you mentioned.
Like when you're lighting a candle.
Yes, and just for example, this year I don't know how get
Abundance.
yes, or get better at my job or things like that.
Yeah.
So it's 12 grapes for the 12 months.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I did. I'm like, okay, hopefully something good comes from that. And so far, one of them has been done. So I'm like, okay, there's like 11 more, and then there's those trips. Okay, we're still processing all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully all of that actually, I manifested into the world.
Yeah. All about that, and I am.
Yeah.
And I definitely believe, all those intentions that you set are definitely going to come to pass for sure. See, what other things did you want to go over? We went over the trip, our holidays. Would you like to talk about um our breast cancer awareness? I know we want to go back in a timeline where we were fundraising for that, and I want to let you guys know who have donated. Whether you're a subscriber or our clients, we greatly appreciate that.
Mhm.
We raised money that is definitely going to be used.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you to the couple people that donated. That donation money definitely went to a good cause, and now that we're on that subject, we're actually looking into making something out of that same thing, donation.
Yeah.
Now in the situation with the LA fires. Do you have to say a little bit more about that?
Do you know exactly when the fire started? I believe it was somewhere in the beginning of January, right? And there's a lot of you said it before we got on to the cameras to film. You said, "Hey, Essence, there's a lot of yellow journalism," which is true, especially when you have so much network and social media, influencing the media and the news. So I do want to say that about the fires because since it began, people are confused on how it began. You know.
And you know how social media is, they start to, throw theories here and there, talking about like, you just never know exactly what happened. We don't know. I just know whether if it was caused or it wasn't, it destroyed a lot of homes. And I've actually came across a couple of videos that, I mean, they literally make you tear up because a lot of people work so hard to, even get their first home, or years to finally pay it off, and then just for it to just be gone like that. Plus, let's not talk about how they're canceling all those insurance policies. That's terrible. Literally terrible. Because they have so much families now that have no homes, but yet they're also not going to be getting any type of help whatsoever.
Even though they were playing by the books and making sure they had coverage to begin with. And I want to go back to what you said about cause because I want to, get in a little bit more about that because there's also, again, yellow journalism. So there's a lot of stuff out there on social media where we got to make sure that we have the discernment to pick out, okay, connect the pieces. Does it make sense? And is it, um, just my opinion on it? I don't think it's always a cost to things, regardless if it's someone setting the fire or natural disasters, which are cause and effect, have caused the fires. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter how the fire starts, it matters how people are going to be helped in this time of need because people's houses were destroyed, communities were destroyed, and we have to figure out what's the best way to fix a problem. Whether it is to talk about, okay, well, how did the fire start? Well, maybe it's, forest falls, the trees, aren't getting removed after a tree falls in the forest, or like leaves getting raked up. California is a huge, huge piece of land that, is within the United States, and we are surrounded by water. So, my opinion, we have water to our resource. It's just how we're doing that and how we're trying to push our ways to the forefront to prevent it from happening. And I think it starts with politicians and having the conversation about that.
And for the most part, you see that a lot. Like, politics is always going to be a part of something. Always, always. I mean, just perfect example. All of this is going on, and TikTok is getting banned. Out of everything, TikTok is getting banned, and there's so much attention to that. And I'm like, how does that make sense? Like, how are we? Is this the world that we live in? Seriously, I don't know. Maybe we're just going overboard, or I don't know. But
No,
that's just that's crazy to me.
Yeah, we will definitely talk about the TikTok ban, but let's stay on the fires. I agree with you there. And also, let's just take the TikTok ban, for instance, right? That's a lot of meetings with Congress. That's a lot of hours that you're talking about this one app. It's a lot of resources that you're giving to go to court about this topic. Court costs money. You got to pay those judges, you got to pay those lawyers, you got to pay something, you know? And that's resources that could be directed to the LA fires. It's crazy.
But no. Instead, we need to set a day already to get it banned. But it's like, I don't know. There's more important things going on in the world besides an app. That's all I can say. Yeah. And I mean, probably thanks to that app, some people are, I don't know, they're probably like stranded on in the LA fires or whatnot. They were able to communicate through that app, or you just never know. Like fastest way to find people through that app, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate this app right now because if it wasn't for that app, I wouldn't have known that there is something that I can do personally to donate and to help, give necessities to the people. I am thinking about that. I'll keep you guys updated about it because if I do something, whether it's personal or if we could come up with something with pretty perspective, regardless of what it is, I know that I can bring necessities to the people that are in need. Because at the end of the day, these fires are, about humans and how we can help each other out, especially as just humans that are in need. And we're dealing with this planet as we're sharing it with everyone, so we got to make sure that we do our part in everything.
And I feel like that's really huge right now. Like all I've been seeing is because from my understanding, I know LA is huge, so everybody else was even speaking on it. Like it feels kind of odd for us to go on about our day knowing like right here and there in LA this is happening.
Yeah.
And so much people,
They're our neighbors.
Yeah, maybe like 20-30 minutes away. And I don't know, that's something that's a very touchy subject too. But I'm just glad to see that a lot of like influencers, a lot of people that are more capable of helping are actually you know stepping their foot down and be like, you know what, like this is my LA people and I am going to help them regardless if we have something or if we don't. Like this is what we're gonna do. Yeah. And it's good to see that a lot of people are actually stepping out over there and helping. Hopefully we can like look into some type of source where we can donate or I don't know, or maybe create something. I'm not sure, but we can definitely look into that and
we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
I think that's all I had to say about that topic, about the fires, because I will definitely keep you guys updated on that, just like Alondra said, because they are our neighbors. And I've been following this because they are our neighbors and this fire could affect us, and it is affecting us as a human, race, and also like it's affecting the earth as well. So I'm a huge, I'm aware about that, and I want to make sure that we have a safe planet that we're living on, at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So we'll definitely have, more updates. Do you have to say something else about that? You want to talk about TikTok?
TikTok. Okay, me, I am a lover for TikTok. I've learned how to cook because of TikTok. I've learned hacks because of TikTok. I have for some reason, I think I told you, like I recorded this video.
That went viral.
Yes. Until this point, it's still adding up and adding up, and I'm like, just one video. It was this filter that I used. I guess a lot of people, yes, of like the pregnant belly. But in my head, I'm like, how would that look if I did it like in my butt area? Yeah, I'll put that. So I was like, you know what? Everybody else is trying over here, to show their belly, and then there's me trying to use it on my butt. But it was just an idea I had. So yeah, I uploaded that. So random, the most random time ever. And then I started getting a lot of views, a lot of likes, so quick that I was like, wait, is this like true or not?
Is this real?
Yeah, is this real or not?
Is the algorithm picking up?
Exactly. And after that I was like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna pay attention. And then I come back. I think as of right now it has 2.8 million
We'll put
the views on it too. Yeah.
And see right now. It's currently at
2.8 million views and likes. I'm not sure exactly, but I know it's in the millions. But I'm like, over one video.
Yeah.
It was so random too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, when it comes to TikTok, I know a lot of businesses, small businesses, use that app as a resource to get their clientele, to get some type of income, because that's how they can promote their business. And I know a lot of people use that platform to either educate themselves, or to even just grow into a new platform and hopefully get something from it. At least on our end, on my end, I would say that's how I see TikTok. I like TikTok. So if it actually happens, then I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You know what? I definitely agree on you there. I have taken a liking to TikTok, not only because you're right. TikTok can be used as an education. I think started our podcast off of a TikTok content, the TikTok shop, dermaplane spray. So we've gotten so many things, to create as content for us, and also the business side of it. There's a lot of businesses that is gonna have to figure out another platform that they can funnel their followers into if it does get banned. There could be 3 different things that could happen. Okay, 3 different things, and I'm gonna ask you which one do you think is gonna, because it gets banned January 19th, right? So, one, Congress. I think it's Congress. I think that's what they're passing, bills and stuff and laws. Could delay it, and Trump could be put back into office. Trump can do a sort of negotiation with China. That could be something, and we can have TikTok. It won't be banned. Or I think the second one is TikTok can make a negotiation with China. China right now is not budging on their decision. They are not going to sell because TikTok is, it's theirs. China created TikTok, okay? So this is not a US app. And so basically China will probably come into a compromise. They will settle. They will, sell. And TikTok could become something different in a way, because it's going to be changed in a way, because you're going to have the US news or outlet controlling a little bit of the algorithm, or TikTok will be banned. They will not sell. They will stay 10 toes down. I'm hoping that it will be delayed, because it's been delayed once. Yeah. This was never a topic that hasn't, been in the forefront of Congress. But that's wishful thinking on my part. What do you think will happen? Hopefully it gets delayed. Like I said, there's a lot of theories out there, like, oh, this, and this, and that. But I don't know. I think it's a big platform that I just don't understand why it needs to get banned, or the need for that. Like I said, I haven't really looked into it like that, but I don't understand why. Well, my opinion of it is that control. The Congress doesn't have control over the algorithm, over what's being funneled to the US people today. It is a China made app. So they have control over what's going to happen is, once this bill gets TikTok gets banned, the app, Google app, and the iPhone app, the App Store, is no longer going to be providing updates. So even if you have your TikTok app on your phone after the ban, and TikTok gets updated every 2 weeks, I believe. That is for bug fix and stuff like that. So you're not gonna have updates. So basically, the TikTok app is gonna be crashed out on all cell phones who already have it, and also the Apple app and Google app is no longer going to be available for you to download the app if you don't have it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
that's nothing but a control move, and I think, I'll be honest, this is my platform, and I can say what I believe, but I think it's Mark Zuckerberg and also, what's his name? Tesla guy, that Tesla guy.
Elon.
Elon.
Yeah.
You know, because he have what is it? It used to be Twitter. Mm-hmm. But they have so much power in the social media today. They have one of the top rated social media apps. I think they have some sort of they're funneling money to these congressmen to get that app banned. It has to be something like that. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not sure.
Well, I remember TikTok used to be Musically. And I remember being on that like so much. So when the whole transition of like TikTok, I mean Musically being TikTok, at first I was like, TikTok, like it seems boring or whatnot. But then eventually back what was it? It started hitting back in 2020.
Yes,
Yeah.
TikTok. Yes.
TikTok. It started
pandemic.
Yes, it started hitting in 2020, and then all of a sudden you see all of these influencers just boom, just grow out of that platform, and now they're like far into, their careers and stuff. But on TikTok you can find so many random things. Mm-hmm. So many random things. Mm-hmm. And talking about random things, I came across this whole what was it? Beef tallow?
Yes.
For in the skincare industry.
Hopefully we can
put a picture. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's put a video of a product being flagged for scamming. Do you want to say a little bit about that? Do you remember did you show me the video to go over that product in particular, or just the ingredients in that?
So that video is showing like the product. Yeah, the girl was pretty much saying like, don't buy this because this is gonna make your skin look so amazing. Don't buy this because this is gonna hydrate your skin. Like that's how they were wording it. Mm-hmm. But I've been seeing so many like reviews on that. So I'm like, okay, is this really good for your skin or what is it? But I'm telling you, you can find so many random things on TikTok just like that. You can find like workout stuff and all of that. And I don't think that's how it used to be before, right?
No. You're right, because it used to be Musically. Mm-hmm. And what happened with that situation, I mean, you still can find your dancing videos. They're out there, dancing to music in the background, but the reason why it's not Musically anymore is because didn't they ban some sort of didn't a record deal ban some sort of copyright with TikTok in the United States to ban, like, say Taylor Swift, for instance, some of her songs were banned for a while, right? Am I following you with that? Like, why isn't it a Musically anymore? Why don't you?
I'm not sure either. Like, I just remember it was a transition like that I think they had the Musically app. And then when I logged into it, the whole setting of it was changed. So I think during that time they were kind of like, I don't know.
Like your profile?
Yeah, my profile. So it said no. You know when you open your phone, mm-hmm. and you see all the apps. Mm-hmm. So when I went under that, mm-hmm. the logo of it was still, it was TikTok, but the name of it at the bottom of the app was Musically. And when I logged into it, it was the whole profile as TikTok, but you could see my Musically videos. So I was like, oh, what is this? And that's how I was like, okay, this is transitioning into TikTok.
Okay, so you're saying the beginning of TikTok. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm glad I asked that because I was a bit confused. So I didn't know that about TikTok because it took me a while. It did start in 2020, but I don't think it was until way, way after that I downloaded the TikTok app and then I deleted it. Because I was doomsday scrolling and I did not like that at all. I'm like, what is this app? My brother actually had me download it in quarantine because my brother came over. I was babysitting him. So he wanted to do this dancing video. I was like, okay, let's do it. But I didn't like it, so I deleted it, and it wasn't until 2021 that I downloaded it again. So that's a whole year that I went without it. So I didn't really know too much about it.
And honestly, I like doing those dancing videos. I like dancing myself. But that's something that I noticed with that transition that I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. And at the beginning, I remember that people were like, nah, like TikTok is boring. I remember in high school, they were like, oh, like, did you guys see that new app? Like, now it's this, now it's that. And nobody was really paying attention to it. But I was like, okay, it's like, it's Musically, it's the same thing. But it's so crazy how you see like the transition and how they fix things and how you were mentioning about the updates. Like it's you kind of, if you're on that a lot, then you're gonna see what's different and what's not. And I didn't know that when you delete the app and then you, like, let's say you log back in, all of your drafts are gone. Because that happened to me. I noticed that I was like, wait, I had so many drafts here and all of them are gone. I only have like 3 now, but I had like more than 100 drafts. I don't know. You just keep looking into those apps and then you kind of learn. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about getting it gone. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely agree on you there. I think it'll free up a lot of my time. No more doomsday scrolling for me. Oh, and it will also help my wallet because I will not online shop so much. But I'm gonna miss it, and hopefully, we don't know what the future holds for us. I mean, it takes a while for a bill to get passed. It takes a lot. I learned that in 5th grade. Schoolhouse Rock. That little bill trying to make its way into the Congress. So it takes a while. So it's not, to be fair with Congress, is not anything that was not spoken about first. The TikTok app was being in conversation in Congress for a couple years before the fire started. So let's say that, but hopefully it could get delayed. That's that's all I got to say about that. I feel like what's his name? What's his name? I forgot. Forrest? No, Forrest Gump. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's it. Yeah.
Have you watched the Forrest Gump movie?
Hey. I mean, what else can we say about that? That's it. Yeah. No. But I know. Did you want to add anything else? We kind of went on a rant.
We did because we had to. We got to get that off our chest. But I've in this new year, before we get to the beef tallow, because I really want to talk about the beef tallow. That's something that's interesting that I've never seen before. As far it's new, it's new to the. Do I have something on my lips? It's new. Sorry. It's new to the scene in the beauty industry, but I've been reading this Atomic Habits book by Carl. I don't remember his last name. I got it from Target, and I think I'm getting up to the 4th chapter or the 3rd chapter, and after that you cross into another segment of the book. But that's a really good book that I have been reading for this new year. I have like a personal goal to finish at least one or one book a month or so, one book every other month. So I could, because there's 12 months in a year, right? So if I will read one book every other month, that would be what? Give me a second. Two, yeah, about six. Yeah, so that's six books.
Is my math mathing?
That's six books in a. It's all about in this. Yeah, and in this book, it's all about getting 1% better and creating habits and getting rid of old habits and rid of old systems that doesn't serve you. And I thought it was a great book to pick up for the New Year's as well, because I have some personal goals that I want to get done in this year. So that's a book that I just wanted to put out there to recommend for
What is it called again?
It's called Atomic Habits. It's by Carl. That's the first name of the book, but if I can put like a picture of the book on the screen. But I really recommend that book. How about yourself? You were reading a couple books in the last year. What's a book that you've been reading?
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I started a book and never finished it, but I have 6 books right now. And I don't know if I ever told you, but I have this interest in philosophy. So, I have 2 books of philosophy right now. I have I don't remember their names, but I also have I think 3 other books which involve like self-growth and just, wisdom.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to finish. I start off by finishing like the tiny ones and then I'll look into it. Yeah. But for sure, I do want to get into my philosophy books. I don't know why I'm interested in that. But I first want to finish the small one that I started.
What's the name of the book?
I don't remember. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not a book reader like that, but I definitely want to get into it a little bit more.
What about that philosophy book?
No clue. It has like a 5 phrase title. I don't know. It's a long title. Yeah.
It is a long title.
Yeah.
5 phrases are a lot. Yeah. Let's talk about that beef tallow, because I have been seeing a lot of people promoting beef tallow, and I think one of my clients uses beef tallow. And so let me start by saying that when she said that she was using it for a couple of weeks or probably months. But I asked her what she's been doing different, because her skin was glowing. I mean, it looked like her skin was glowing. It was amazing. She didn't have any makeup on, and if it was little to no makeup. And I was wondering what she was using, because I kept responding to her. I'm like, girl, are you using something different? Like, what is going on? She's like, it's beef tallow. And at first I thought she was using a new serum, because with me, if your skin is dewy like that, I think it's an oil that's making your skin look hydrated, moisturized. And she said it was beef tallow. And I was like, oh, that probably smells terrible. She said, no, it actually smells like vanilla.
Oh.
I think that's what she said. I could be wrong, but it smells some sort of. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's because it's a skincare product, because usually we see beef tallow in our food.
And I mean, you could be cooking up some like eggs or something. I'm kidding. But I've been seeing that. I'm not sure if this is true or not. But well, based on how I see that they're promoting it, they're saying like your skin clears up and then your skin is also hydrated, glowy. I know the product that I seen has flower extract, vitamin C or E. No, vitamin E, the beef tallow. And I think it was 2 other ingredients, but I don't remember. But I don't know. Would you be interested in trying it, or do you think what, the beef tallow, we're just gonna keep it for the food?
Yeah. For me, It's exactly that. I'm gonna keep it for the food, and I say this because we were doing a little bit of research before we wanted to talk about this topic, and beef tallow is animal derived, so it is used in cooking because of its oily texture and buttery texture. So it's literally used to stir fry things in the kitchen. So it's FDA approved for that. And also, we found out that beef tallow can also be used in home grade products like candles
Yes.
and wax. So you can use that as the beef tallow as an ingredient to those properties. So it's a lipid byproduct. So it has a lot of oils in it. My thing is that it's a oil that doesn't have any vitamin sources for the skin. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, you like this is coming from animals. So you don't know if that animal was the most healthiest or how they extract and like divide. I don't know.
No, you're right.
It the results look amazing, but I mean, also people are gonna promote it the best way or most sugar coated way they can just to get exactly. So it's like, I don't know. My mom was mentioning on getting it, and I'm like, hold on, don't get it just yet. If you want to try it, go ahead. Would I recommend it? Probably not, but I don't think. I think you'll know it once you try it. Yeah. Now, if you start seeing some type of reaction, come back to this video and remember that remember that I told you that.
Yeah, refresh your mind, think back. No, but you're right, because you got your jojoba oil that could be used for all skin types, and it gives you that beautiful glow. And the pH level of that jojoba oil is around the same pH as your skin's pH. So the more thrown off that oil is from the skin's natural pH, more comedogenic, it's going to be more comedogenic for your skin. So these oils that have been working for some people is because, let's go back to the time where we talked about skin types. That person's skin more than likely had normal to dry skin type and needed some oils because it's is dry skin type, no, dry skin type is hydro depleted, right? And oil is when it's oil depleted. No, I think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay. So the dry skin types, normal to dry skin types, skin is depleted of oils. So it needs oils to thrive and rejuvenate itself.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you rather use something that has a vitamin in it, like vitamin E, vitamin C, or jojoba oil that won't throw off your pH? Or would you have a animal byproduct? You need to ask yourself this before you invest in this product. So I'm asking you it right now. Would you rather have an animal byproduct that, Alondra said it, probably didn't live the best life and doesn't have any good properties to begin with? Ask yourself that before you invest in something. And I'm glad that we're going over it because it's a trend.
And sometimes it's okay not to hop on that train, honestly, because then either we can regret it, regret it, or simply it's just not gonna be cool. If it works for some people, then it works. But like I said before, you won't know until you try it.
No.
Yeah. On our end, I don't think we want to try it. What we could try is
we stick to our stone crop. We got our handy stone crop right here. The hydrating mist, that's all we need. And that's actually for normal to dry. And also the stone crop with moisturizer. This is not an ad, by the way, and we do not have any sponsorship with Eminence, so you can trust our judgment, okay?
You're like, I'm just gonna make that known that this is not a sponsorship. But if they would love to, then we are taking it. But yeah, we kind of went over a little of everything, just catching up, we're gonna try our best for this podcast to be on the most good quality that we can. I know we definitely did not learn our lesson, and after this, we are gonna make sure we triple charge these microphones because this going back and forth thing was a little hard. And you guys can probably see that we would stay quiet and then speak just for the purpose of there's like so much talking and then yeah. But I had fun.
Me too.
There was a lot going on, but I'm just glad that we got we got some content. I'm glad that we were able to catch up.
I definitely missed you for those 2 weeks. It probably didn't seem like it to you guys. We missed one Tuesday, so I hope you guys missed us. But we haven't been seeing each other. This is the first day we're back. And I don't mind this mic situation too much because it gives me a chance to just just relax. Because I know, if you've been following along with us, you know us. And no, but regardless of the hardships that we face today, we got this content out and we, got to catch up. It was always fun recording Pretty Perspectives podcast. I missed it so much. So much. And this year for Pretty Perspectives, like Alondra said, we do have some stuff in the making just to make recording better as far as time that we have and storage that we have and the quality that we have. We're definitely going to invest more into Pretty Perspective as we grow. So don't forget, smash that like button. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much. We wildly appreciate your support. And don't forget to smash that like button as well and turn on those notification bells and share this video with a friend if you care. I love you guys.
Thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for listening over to the Spotify listeners. Thank you so much for the support. And I hope this 2025 we just grow even more. And we will. That's definitely something that I can say. But yes, thank you so much, Essence, and thank you guys for still being here with us. We have a lot of great content coming up. But thank you guys.